Welcome back to Last Call. Admittedly, I don't really know how to go about this, but let's just start from the beginning and see if we can provide more input as the bartender. See what changes. Excuse me. They give the unconscious figure a good shake. Miss, are you alright? Oh, sorry. I guess I've just had too much to drink. Words are slurred and the bartender laughs. It happens more often than you'd think. In any case, it's late and I should be closing. Should I call someone to come pick you up? No, I can get home on my own. She says this as she stumbles to get on her feet. The bartender reaches over the bar to steady her. Are you alright? I'm fine. She leans her weight on the bar stool and strongly considers sitting back down properly again. Clearly you're not. Should I call you a taxi service then? She rifles through her purse, contents spilling out onto her lap. It's easy enough to catch everything. Not much in there. Definitely not enough to afford a ride home. She probably doesn't even have enough to settle her tab here, but she figures she must have already done that before passing out. She hopes. At least the bartender hasn't been harassing her about the bill. Maybe she paid for a cab through her phone, but a quick press of her button tells her that it's dead. Her hesitation does not go unnoticed. Should I call someone to pick you up, then? They repeat themselves, and she bites her lip anxiously. There are only two people's phone numbers she knows off by heart, and she suspects that neither of them are particularly eager to speak to her at the moment. It's not like she has any other options, so she clenches her fist and answers. Oh, there's no one to call. I see. Can I stay? Just for a little while? I'll sober up soon and get home, I swear, even if I have to hitchhike. That's fine. Can't help but feel a twinge of pity for her, even though it's too common a sight in my line of work. You'd think I'd have gotten used to it by now. So I make her a drink. Not that kind. Water. Ice. That's it. Here. She takes it and drinks about half the glass before setting it back down. I top it back up. You've been here a while. What do you mean? Drinking? Yeah, I guess. Not sure how long exactly myself. I laugh. It's fine. It's pretty normal for people who are a little lost to find their way here. Lost? I guess I am. Is it that obvious? Just a little. But hey, if you feel up to it, I'm a decent listener. Comes with a job. She sighs and takes a big gulp of her water. It can't hurt, right? Where do I even start? I wait. You're probably wondering why I didn't call anyone, right? Sure. I'm not too sure myself. It's just my damn pride. Not even supposed to be back in this shitty town. If only... Ooh. She sighs. She really wanted to leave, huh? I'm sorry. I should have just called someone to come get me. You don't need to listen to this. It's fine. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger, right? Yeah. Well, to summarize, I lost my job and had to move back here, where I'm living in what is probably an illegal sublet, peddling cosmetics I used to model. And I guess I was just too embarrassed to call up anyone I used to know. Were they people you were close to? Yeah, they were. Are really important to me. I guess. First, there's Rena. She's my best friend. And I know I should put more effort into being a good friend, but it's just so hard facing her like this. I just wish we could go back to the old days.
Let it go or try harder? Well, let it go. You don't have to force a relationship that's wearing you down. See, that's good advice in its own right. When you put it like this. I don't know if that applies in Rena's case, because in Rena's case, it's been so long. Although, theoretically, they've had a bit more contact than she had with her brother. So, it's not like there's particular strain on it, there's just that one thing in the past which does put strain on it. And beyond that, it's just, how do I face her again? I'm commenting too much. You don't have to force a relationship that's wearing you down. Sometimes things run its course. Favorite drinks, hobbies, even relationships. As much as you want to hold on to it, it's healthier to let it go. I guess you're right. That's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. He's my little brother. All this time growing up, he's always been looking up to me. And somehow, along the way, I think the tables turned. I'm not sure if it's jealousy or admiration. Two sides of the same coin. I don't know. Does that make me a failure as an older sibling? See, that seems like the positive answer. I guess it's natural for siblings to feel jealous of each other, right? I've never had anything of the sort, but from what I gathered from the many drunks that inevitably end up here, spilling their troubles to me, it seemed common. I guess. It's just hard. I think I used to thrive on that validation I got from him looking up to me. And it's selfish of me, and it feels wrong to have everything flip like this. But it's not like I've become anyone worthy of admiration. She laughs, bitterly. I wait. She's going through a lot. It's not like her troubles are anything out of the ordinary. I heal all sorts with this job. I do my best to remain sympathetic. They say you shouldn't compare people's struggles. Yeah, the stupid, someone else has it worse argument. Yeah, there's lots of people who inevitably are going through a lot worse right now, but don't let yourself be bogged down by that. Your problems in this day and time, through this computer screen or phone screen, which you're hearing me through, they are important and they're valid. Your problems are no less important here and now. Could I get another drink, please? I oblige her. No, not water. Don't you think you've done enough drinking? Or not enough? Oh no. It's pretty late to keep going. You should call it a day. Please, just one drink, and I'll be out of your hair. Well. This is what boggled me about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that I was literally... You'd see me saving the game, other parts of this game, and I'm literally going from here to here and seeing almost the same sprite. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Did this just scroll down by 1? And I save in here and get really confused. But yeah, they're 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16. What? This is a bad idea, but we're doing the bad ideas first. Fine, but just 1. Yay! She raises her arms above her head in celebration, the most energetic she's been all night. The action might have been cute out of context, but here, it was just sad. I do as I have promised and mix her another drink. Briefly wonder if this means she'll sit and talk for a while longer. She downs the whole glass in a flash. Thanks for indulging me. She sloppily throws down a few crumpled bills. It takes her a while. She has to scrounge them up from the bottom of her handbag. It's not enough to cover the drink, but I don't point it out. Don't you think it's best for you to head on home now? If it's the taxi fare you're worried about, it's on me, okay? I don't want to go home. Don't want to trouble you for the taxi fare either. It's really no bother. I wouldn't have offered otherwise. Can I just stay a little longer? I'd really rather stick around in this dingy old bar than go home. Honestly, this bar is nicer than my apartment. Don't you have, like, a break room? That's fine with me. At least let me sleep it off a little before I go home. Please. Just for a little while. That's fine. Can't guarantee it's the most comfortable rest you'll get. I'll be fine. It's your funeral. Oh! It posed from this perspective almost looks kind of sad, like she's falling, completely out of control. I sigh as I wipe down the last of the glasses. Every time I get a customer like that through the doors, well, I try my best. I wonder if I'm helping, if I'm saying what they need to hear, or just what they want to hear. There's really no way to know, right? Who am I to judge? At least I'm done with work for the day. And that's it. I think that's pretty obviously sleeping it off. I wonder... the first thing we're going to do is... Dawn, no more drinks. Bar is closed. Sorry. I've already bent the rules, letting you hang around this long. I've only been talking for what? For like, what? 5 minutes? Don't you think it's the best for you to head on home now? Oh? Are we just gonna sleep it off? If it's the taxi fare you're worried about, it's on me, okay? I don't want to go home. I don't want to trouble you for the taxi fare either. It's really no bother. I wouldn't have offered otherwise. Can I just... Oh. Is this the same? Yep. Same ending, just sleeping it off. Okay, so if you get that far, we've already locked into sleeping it off. So, first off, in the case of Rita, try harder. There's no guarantee that everything will be like the old days. You shouldn't drop a good friend because you're uncomfortable facing her. But I feel like a failure compared to her. That's the bartender thing of, both pieces of advice are perfectly valid, but only one actually applied to the situation as we know it as the player. But I feel like a failure compared to her. You could try not to. It's your choice to compare yourself to her. You're right. I don't think Rena would look at it in such a childish way either. He's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. He's my little brother.
All this time growing up, he's always been looking up to me. But somehow along the way, I think the tables turned. I'm not sure if it's jealousy or admiration. I don't know. Does that make me a failure as an older sibling? Now I'm just curious. We're gonna follow up with the same answer we gave the first time and see if that gets us to our other ending, or if that just locks us into the sleep it off ending. Okay, there was no need to pointlessly run through that again, but yes, we have to get both right. It says, I guess we have to give her the right advice in both cases in order to get anything other than the sleep it off ending. I mean, people have their strengths and weaknesses. It makes sense that your brother would have some traits you'd feel envious of. Time changes things, and he's become an admirable adult. Would you have preferred otherwise? Or even expected otherwise? I feel like some part of it was how he was clearly better than me, even when we were little. I could have gone on fooling him into thinking I was great for just a little longer. I can't forget that he used to admire you. Chances are he's become the person he is today, thanks to you. And if he's as bright as you say he is, I don't think he would have been fooled by your pretenses. That is true, he was not. I guess. I wait. She's going through a lot. It's not like her troubles are anything out of the ordinary. I hear all sorts with this job. I do my best to remain sympathetic. They say you shouldn't compare people's struggles. Could I get another drink, please? I oblige her. No, not water. Don't you think you've done enough drinking? Or not enough? And this is the same. It's pretty late to keep drinking. To keep going, you should call it a day. Please, just one drink, and I'll be out of your hair. Well, we're back at it with the same choice. Just the one, then. Is this gonna get us? Yeah. Huh. No. Bar's closed. Sorry, I've already bent the rules, letting you hang around for this long. We've only been talking for like, what, 5 minutes? Don't you think it's best for you to head on home now? It's the taxi fare you're worried about. It's on me, okay? Oh? Haven't I troubled you enough? Ah, positive change. If it bothers you that much, you can come in tomorrow and pay me back. If you can even remember how to find this place. I will. I'll remember. I doubt that she will, but I fish at my trouser pockets for some money, all the same. There's none. Don't make a habit of carrying much money on my person. I stuff my hand into the tip jar on the bar and pull out several bills. Is this enough? Yes. Thank you so much. She lifts the bills out of my hand and strides purposely towards the door. You weren't kidding when you said it was late. It's so late it's early. I'm sorry for keeping you. She turns back to look at me. And thank you for the taxi fare and for listening. I really appreciate it, and I won't forget it. I smile at her words as I watch her walk out the bar. It's nice enough sentiment, but I'm sure she'll forget. It's nothing personal. Oh! Yep, that was definitely a bad ending credit sequence. Because now she's willing to approach her brother and her best friend again and make things right. Even the credits music a little happier, I swear. Now, last customer. Somehow, I think she'll be fine. Just a feeling. Was that Into the Light? No, that was for you. Okay.
Now how do we get this last ending? A fine day's work. I'll have to play around with that and see if I can't get that last ending. This definitely felt like the true ending, though. Okay, we'll be right back. So once you get that reunion ending, originally when you go back into the game it resets. So you have to get an ending on both routes to unlock the bartender route. And I ended off both getting the best ending. I'm curious if that was the trigger that got us the reunion path. So if we go through this again... Oh, hey! So this actually reflects on our past discussions. First, there's Rena. I really messed up. She's my best friend, yet I treat her so badly. In case you're curious, I just ran through the other two routes on auto, and I wound up getting pretty much the worst endings for each. Yet I treat her so badly. She was my best friend. I don't know if I have the right to call her my best friend anymore. I clearly have this tendency to ruin all the good things in my life. I don't even know how I can fix this. It's too overwhelming. Oh. These are completely new bartender choices. Take your time. You don't have to tackle all your problems at once. Think baby steps. You'll get better. Eventually. Or, well, that's what they say, right? But I want all my problems to disappear now! There's the easy way, and there's the hard way. That's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. He's my little brother. I feel like he wouldn't want to talk to me. I think I really fucked up. I wasn't there for him when he needed me the most. I know that's cliche, but it's the truth. When he came out. Yeah, the email ending was the absolute worst ending of Dawn's story. I was a fucking asshole. And to top it off, all this time I've been making up excuses for myself instead of apologizing or owning up to my mistake. God, what a mess. Do you think it's still worth a try? Do you think it's still worth a try, at least? Maybe? Yes? I don't know. I really messed things up. But I want to try, at least. I don't just owe it to myself, I owe it to him. I'm just scared. Scared that I'll make it worse. It's natural to be scared. But if it's important to you, you have to overcome that fear. I wait. She's going through a lot. Now. Fine, just one. Only one. I don't want to actually skip through this. Bar's closed. Sorry, I've already bent the rules, letting you hang around this long. Although saying no was the trigger for the better ending, right? We've only been talking for like, what, 5 minutes? Don't you think it's best for you to head on home now? If it's the taxi fare you're worried about, it's on me, okay? I don't want to go home. I don't want to trouble you for the taxi fare either. Oh. It's really no bother. I wouldn't have offered otherwise. Oh. Yep, that was definitely... I wonder if I have to get the second best ending of every route. Every time I get a customer like that through the doors, well, I try my best. What if I'm helping, if I'm saying what they need to hear, or just what they want to hear? There's really no way to know, right? Who am I to judge? At least I'm done with work for the day. Well, the other thing we can try... Take your time to fix things. We can, give her... I don't know if this advice will be bad, but nobody says that life is easy. But even at a low point, you have to keep going on. It might be painful, but necessary to get where you want to be. You're right, I need to keep going. Can't keep relying on Rena to bail me out. I need to be there for her, too. But, oh, there's Ace, my little brother. I think I really fucked up. Maybe it's time to... Sometimes trying to fix something will only make it worse. Do you think it's time that you let go? It's hard to admit it, but honestly, I think so. Maybe it's just better that we go our separate ways now. I think I'm just holding him back. He's better off without me. Now let's see if this changes anything. Nope. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we can't actually get there through the bad endings. So this time up, we went the routes where we refused to change. The Ace route where we continued the charade, the price of pride, and the Rena route where we just sort of cut her off when it came time to talk about that thing that she really wanted to. So the second endings, when they gave up and left us, but not the worst ones. So on the scale of 4 endings, there's our friend just outright leaves. We piss them off and they leave. Number 1, worst. Number 2, we talk, things are going alright, but we don't let our guard down. And they get fed up and leave. So let's see what we have to say about this. I guess, first there's Rena. I think Rena really held out hope for me to change, for the better. But I crushed it. She was always there for me, and I just took it for granted. And when she wasn't there, I felt kind of hopeless. But I can't keep bothering her. After all, she has her own life, too. More sage advice. Reach out to her. You should try. That's always the first step. I don't want to bother her. Who can say? You won't know until you do something. Otherwise, it'll always be a what if. That's true. That's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. He's my little brother. It's really hard to talk to him. I still think of him as my little brother. It'll be hard to face him now when I'm such a wreck. It's just my own pride keeping me from it. I know it's stupid, but I still can't let go of it. Pride, huh? Yeah, it's so stupid. If I could just throw it away. It'd stop me from so much in my life. It's not worth keeping. So why don't you just throw it all away? Easier said than done. Might be hard, but is it harder than never speaking with your brother again? Is it so important that you'd sacrifice your relationship with your family? It sounds like it's done more harm than good for you. I guess so. It's something I'll have to consider. And now? The rest of our bartender advice? Leave it be. Maybe it's better to go your separate ways. Honestly, I think that's for the better, too. Why should I peer back into her life when I left so easily? It wouldn't be fair to her.
That's exactly the reason why Dawn's rationale behind cutting off the whole reminiscing thing and letting it go. She didn't want to be a burden on Rena's happy, comfortable life. It would be fair to her. She deserves better. That's not the only person, though. There's also Ace, my little brother. It's really hard to talk to him. I still think of him as my little brother. It'd be hard to face him now when I'm such a wreck. Because it's my own pride keeping me from it. I know it's stupid, but I still can't let go of it. Pride, huh? Yeah, it's so stupid. If I could just throw it away, it'd stop me from so much in my life. Some things are hard to let go of. Humans are creatures of habit. They can't help it. You got that right. It's more important to you than your relationships, though. Her expression is uncharacteristically hard to read, but I think I should leave it be. There's only so much you can say if someone's mind is set. Give me a drink, bartender. No. And just like that. Okay. So the last thing to do is get the second best ending, so to speak, and see the dialogue for those. Get closure with Rena, and resume our place as... Wait a minute, what? How'd we get that? When did that get triggered? I am not 100% sure what got triggered there. Because in all of the other outcomes besides the reunion route, although maybe I didn't check after the worst endings and we got that. The only place I can think that we might have gotten that from was when I did the worst endings and then ran through the bartender dialogue, which is pretty much let it go and move on. That's the only place I can think that would have come from. Well, oh hey, we got all endings. Yeah. So I think I still want to see the dialogue for the last outcomes, just to see what happens. And then we'll end things off. Okay, let's do this. Where do I even start? I wait. You're probably wondering why I didn't call anyone, right? Sure. I'm not too sure myself. It's just my damn pride. I'm not even supposed to be back in this shitty town, if only. She sighs. I'm sorry. I should have just called someone to come get me. You don't need to listen to this. It's fine. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger, right? Yeah. I'll just summarize. I lost my job. I had to move back here, where I'm living in what's probably an illegal sublet, peddling cosmetics I used to model. And I guess I was just too embarrassed to call up anyone I used to know. Were they people you were close to? Yeah, they are really important to me, I guess. First, there's Rena. We may have grown apart, but I still think of her as my best friend. Yep, see, we, third ending, status quo, but not really moving forward. Things can't be the way they were before. I can accept that. I wonder if it's okay for things to continue like this. Why not? Well, she's better than me in every way. I feel like it's out of my place to interfere with her life again. Let's see. Stick with it. Relationships change over time, so you don't have to worry about whether it's okay or not. Just go with the flow. I guess it wouldn't hurt. After all, I should keep something positive in my life, right? She nods to herself. Yes, exactly. But that's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. He's my little brother. Even with my life in a mess, I still want to look out for him. I haven't always been there for him, it's true, but he's so important to me, ever since we were little. He's always looked up to me. Honestly, it was a little hard to live up to his expectations sometimes. It's fine to take it easy, isn't it? It's fine to take it easy once in a while, isn't it? I say it in a tone that I know is going to make her protest. Take it easy? That's what I've been doing. I wasn't there for when he needed me. Now I need to make up for that. The change in Ace's case is her realizing that they can both look out for each other, rather than just a one-way relationship. I wait. She's going through a lot. Not like her troubles are anything out of the ordinary. I hear all sorts with this job. Well, actually, let's see. No drink for you. Go home. Okay, so, go with your conscience. If you don't feel comfortable doing this, and if you feel it's better for her in the long run, then do what you think is best. Are you discouraging me? Though she looks at me expectantly, I stay silent. That's not the only person, though. There's also Ace. Not openly discouraging, but encouraging you to go with your gut, knowing the way that your gut is leaning. Isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it in the end, though? Hard to live up to his expectations. Yeah, but it's hard. Sometimes I wonder if he still needs me around. Or if I'm the one who needs him. Like I need him to look up to me, so that I can get some sort of validation through it. I'm a shitty person. One last drink. No drink. Bar's closed. Okay. I think that's all the bartender dialogue we've seen for all of our endings. I think it's only right that we end off the game on the best note. Encouraging Dawn to make amends, start over, let her guard down, let other people in. You don't have to go it alone, Dawn. She turns back to look at me. And thank you for the taxi fare, and for listening. I really appreciate it, and I won't forget it. I smile at her words as I watch her walk out of the bar. It's a nice enough sentiment, but I'm sure she'll forget. It's nothing personal. Let's pretend I didn't just try and load a save there. And not forgetting that I still had the wrong flag set. And now I've gone through this properly. She turns back to look at me. And thank you for the taxi fare, and for listening. I really appreciate it, and I won't forget it. I smile at her words as I watch her walk out the bar. It's a nice enough sentiment, but I'm sure she'll forget. It's nothing personal. There we go. That's the ending I wanted. So this has been Last Call. It's definitely very charming. Felt very real. Just the emotions that it conveyed. That last customer. Somehow I think she'll be fine. Just a feeling. Somehow, yeah, it's just the emotions, the relationships, they're all very real. They're all very real. There's a lot of good advice to be taken from this. It's never too late to start over.
people in your life care about you more than you know. And it's gonna hurt, but they'll be there to They'll be there to help prop you up when you find yourself falling down. Sometimes things aren't always going to stay the same, but that's okay. Things change. If you're open to it, then you can grow and change together. It's no use keeping up pretenses. If people have known you for as long as they have, they know the real you. It's okay to let that show every now and then. I think I've rattled off enough. Safe to say I really enjoyed this game. It was nice, heartwarming, gave me the feels. Definitely a lot of introspection, because a lot of very real emotions in Dawn's story. It helps that we've both gone through something similar, and the exact same emotions around that, not wanting to let go of that pride, not wanting to admit that you failed, and getting stuck in the past. So, it's a good lessons to learn here. I really wanted to end off with I'm glad I got to end off with the reunion, because I wish them nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but the best. But nah. Fuck, I wish you nothing but the best. Best. Take care. And have a good one.